Well, good evening. Whatever time it is where you're at, this is the Midnight Metanoia hour. I'm playing. So I'm serious, but I'm joking. Anyway, hello, and I hope you all are doing well. Now, I don't call this a true crimes podcast um, because I feel like it doesn't go along the lines and criteria of other true crime podcasts that take place. Um, I am a medium and I do tap into energies, frequencies, vibrations. I have many techniques of reading or tapping into this energy. Um, when I do my midnight metanoias, I basically use the help of my clairs, clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentience, whatever comes up, and the help of playing cards, which is known as cartomancy. Um, like I said, I do many forms of reading, but for the sake of this, and of course, because we could be here for hours, I stick to the simple modalities. Now, of course, just in case you're new here, um, hello, I'm Madam Merkaba. And of course, all things stated in this video are alleged until proven otherwise. This is not for entertainment purposes. This is for enlightenment purposes and hope to create some type of change. We have done past Midnight Metanoias and it has brought about change. I don't like to my own horn, do your own research. So either way, changing's one mind, okay? Metanoia is an ancient Greek word which means changing one's mind. It is also um, known as the psychological term, the process of experiencing a psychotic breakdown and subsequent positive psychological rebuilding or healing. So we know that people who have lost the individuals that are in this series that I do, Mina Metanoia, we know they have lost families, friends, and so they're grieving. And although they'll never fully get closure because they'll never get their loved one back, I do feel like there will be cases down the line where some of these people will be reunited with their loved ones while they're still alive. But either way, so they have had some type of breakdown, and outside of that, they have built up some type of positive psychological rebuilding or healing. And I hope that this series bring that, right? Because the breakdown is hearing the news about this person passing on and them not knowing what happened. And then I'm hoping that this brings about some type of change. Okay. So we're gonna go into we're gonna jump right in. Okay. Can we jump in? Well, tonight's episode is on Ryan Singleton. Now, some of you know who Ryan Singleton is. Some of you may not. So I will go into a little history of Ryan, or I'll say at least what is available to the general public, because of course, um, some information is not really out there. When I saw some of these little, podcast stories, um, they went into detail. Let me see. Okay, so Ryan was actually from Atlanta, Georgia, and Ryan was on his way to Hollywood. Okay. And basically, he suddenly disappeared. From what I've researched, I seem like he was on Access. Hollywood doing an interview or All Access. There was a TV show back in the day where people could get interviewed, do interviews. He was interviewed. Um, he was dating one of these fashion designers from Atlanta. I believe he was on also a TV show called The Atlanta Housewives. And so either way, Ryan Singleton was 24 years old, and he basically disappeared in the summer of 2013. He was found in the Mojave Desert in a city called Bakers, California, and he was missing, or body parts were missing, right? Organs were missing. Now, like I said, I did see a podcast on this slightly because I was looking up stories where I could find uh, details about this story, and it just seems like there's a lot with a lot, like a lot of mix up. So allegedly, this man, and like I said, all things are alleged or proven otherwise. He in July of 2013 basically left Atlanta, Georgia, and he somehow someway ended up in Las Vegas. And he ended up driving a car from Las Vegas to LA, but his car broke down in Bakers, California, which is on the way. I think it's the Interstate 10 or Interstate 15, which is between Barstow, California, and Las Vegas. It's a rural city too. It's like literally at the time, I think the population was like 900. And so either way, um, yeah, he went missing, and he ended up calling his mother, I believe, before he left Vegas to head to LA to ask for gas money. Um, I can't remember if she couldn't assist him or she was able to assist him, but he had no way of getting means. I can't remember exactly how that went. I just know that he's walking down the highway. A local sheriff picks him up, take him into town at the nearest gas station. He uses the phone there. Um, and it's crazy to me because in 2013 there was cell phones, right? I would say cell phones have been um, used a lot since I would say 2005 at least. So he, goes from this gas station. He has no cell phone, but he goes from the side of the road where his car broke down to the gas station. The police officer or the sheriff says that he felt like this man was safe at this location. Once again, this is just a podcast that I looked at a couple of weeks ago. It could have been 2 weeks now. And so either way, he calls a local friend to come and pick him up, and mysteriously he vanishes, right? He just, no one hears from him. They look for him, and then 2 months later, they find his body, and it doesn't say how far away from where his car was found. And of course, I'm kind of skipping because you could look up, more in depth of this story. But, one moment. But yeah, so he ended up um I guess the friend ended up getting to the city, the gas station. They called the law enforcement because the friend was not there. The deputy then drives to go look for his car, and they notice that the car is on the side of the road, but he wasn't there. Long story short, 2 months later, they found his body in the middle of the desert. And I actually have um, the coroner's video, or excuse me, the coroner's report here. So it actually says San Bernardino County is where this happened at. And he gives the case number. His name was Ryan Jerome Singleton, aka John Doe, 24. And it's showing the date when he was found and the time of the autopsy. Um, 3 days after he was found, they had the autopsy. But it says right here that according to the deputy coroner investigative report from information received from San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies, on September the 21st at 2013 at 1945 hours, two men were walking in the desert west of Baker when they found what appeared to be a human remains. They called 911 and San Bernardino County Fire Department responded and confirmed to death. What I think is kind of odd is that they're saying two males, but they're not saying the race of these males. They're not saying the age of these males. I'm sure names were given off. Yeah, I mean, they should have been given off if this is if the police really cared or the deputy really cared. Deputy Mark Johnson, and I never even bothered to look and see who Mark Johnson was, but I'm sure that this information was put out there, right? So it's like you guys could identify the person's body by saying the sex and the race and even his name. The people who came across this, you can't say what their race are. Two white males, whatever. Like it just doesn't. That's something that just always rubs me together. Um, who appeared to be human remains. They called 911 in San Bernardino County Fire Department responded and confirmed to death. The body was discovered by a local resident who was hiking in the desert with his cousin. It was thought that the dissident might be an individual who had been reported missing in Baker's on July 10th of 2013. When the body was examined by the coroners at 900 hours on September the 23rd, the body was clothed in black shorts, faded black high-top court shoes, black socks, and an orange rubber bracelet with Tricamp 2013 edge to it on the right wrist. No trauma was noted, although it was thought that one of the sutures in the skull may be dislocated. Several bones appear to have been removed from the body by animal activity. Most of the ribs on the left side of the body had been moved away from the body and it appeared to be thoracate. I can't see that word. Organs were missing along with the thoracate musculature. The body appeared to match the description of Ryan Singleton. A missing person report was made regarding Ryan Singleton on July 10th, 2013. I don't know what autopsy reports give, but I'm gonna research more autopsy reports because this is like very in depth. And I've seen my sister's autopsy report, and I don't remember it going into depth like this. Like, appear to be the person missing, Ryan Singleton, who was reported missing July 10th. According to report, Singleton had had a same-sex spouse in New York City, but had left New York City to live with his mother in Georgia, and then he flew down to Los Angeles where he stayed with a friend on July 6th, 2013. On July 7th, he left for Las Vegas. On July 8th, he called his friend in Los Angeles, saying that he was on his way back from Las Vegas. On July 8th, 2013, at approximately 22 hours, he called his friend in Los Angeles, saying he was going to pull over and sleep for a while on July. See what I mean? Like, this is an autopsy report. This is not a police report. This is an autopsy report, and it's given a breakdown of what led to this man's death, right? And not even what led to it, but it's giving you a background of what could have happened. Like I said, I've never seen this before. He called and said he was running low on fuel and money. His friend deposited $60 in Singleton's bank account. Singleton called him again at 1500 hours on July 9th, saying that he was in Baker and asked if his friend could come and pick him up. His friend drove to Baker, looked for Singleton, but could not find him and returned to Los Angeles. And the friend filed the missing person report on July the 10th. During the missing person investigation, it was learned that Singleton had been found wandering along Interstate 15 by a California highway patrolman. Oh, CHP, not a deputy. Singleton saying he was looking for his car and had been attacked by small animals. Wait, what? Singleton and the highway patrol drove the freeway looking for the vehicle but did not find it. The highway patrolman dropped Singleton. Wait a minute. This is fishy. So Singleton was wandering the highway. He wasn't walking. Wandering to me means that he's looking and he's just disorientated. He's feeling discombobulated. He's just wandering around. Like he's just walking freely, not sure where he's really going. And then it said that Singleton told him that he was looking for his car and was attacked by small animals. So why didn't you take this man to a hospital, highway patrolman? And then they're not naming the highway patrolman. See, John Singleton's name is given. Well, why is the patrolman's name not given? This is crazy. Outside it says Deputy Johnson at the top, right? Deputy Johnson. I don't know if this is the deputy that handled all this or this deputy that was called out when they found the missing body. I don't know. I don't know how that worked. But he was attacked by small animals and the deputy didn't take him to no hospital because this man could have got rabies and stuff. This just sounds fishy to me already. He could have had rabies and stuff. Like I said, just it doesn't sound right. It says right here the wrist and finger, which is markedly. Oh my God, what's going on here? Oh, it doesn't want me to look at it. Oh, it wants me to watch a commercial ad to show this. Yeah, we're not getting into this. Yeah, we're not getting into that, honey. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. Okay, so I'm gonna tap in here, and we're gonna see what is going on because I got the autopsy report literally 5 minutes before coming on here, but I didn't look at it. I like to see everything fresh. So I'm actually gagging that they would have in this article exactly what happened, like detail to detail. They're not listing, and I guess it doesn't matter because it's his autopsy report, so I guess they don't have to say the name of the deputy and the blah, 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 blah. Like I said, it just sounds weird that they find this man wondering. He's telling the deputy he's been attacked by small animals instead of the deputy calling the the fire department or the ambulance to come out and check this man and see if he's okay. He leaves him there. And then it's not saying that the deputy took him to the gas station to make a phone call. So I don't know if these other podcast people just added this in there. But we're going to see the known and unknown energy that's in this. First of all, I want to kind of see, was there foul play in the death of Ryan Singleton? Yes, there was. There was foul play. This is not an animalistic death. An animal attacking him and they're killing him, blah, 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 blah. Okay. 3 cards here is pulled, 6 of hearts, 10 of diamonds, 4 of clubs. Okay. The answer is yes. Red cards means yes when it comes to cartomancy, and black cards means no. Okay. So it is 2 yes and 1 no. So the 6 of hearts is a part of the yes. And this is speaking of new love or meetings or unexpected happiness, right? So this time this man is possibly was going through some type of challenge in his relationship, and he was on the way or the road of finding a new love, a new attitude, a new beginning. Going into the 10 of diamonds, this is telling me that there's a social gathering and a fair. Okay. So I think that he met someone in Vegas. I think that that's what the whole purpose of going to Vegas was. He met someone there. It's someone that he met on social media, some type of gathering. He met with these people or this individual. And I feel like it was some type of polygamy type of thing. Like the person who was involved also had another partner, right? So they were kind of, Ryan was meeting this individual, you know, he was meeting this individual, didn't know that the other person was involved with someone else, and he was, okay? And so nothing bad happened while they were in Vegas at all. Going into the 4 of clubs, this is a traveling for work or business or sleeping alone. So once again, this confirms the first card. He was feeling depressed, lonely. Something about the relationship that he had with the same sex partner, as he read it in the report, he was not happy. There was some type of issue in that relationship. And he was ready to start something else, find a new energy, a new beginning, a new love interest. I do feel like John was followed from I do feel like John was followed from Las Vegas um, into where he was going. I do feel like he was followed, and that comes up for me heavily. I do feel like he was followed. I want to tap in and I want to see what type of energy is here with the being followed. So there's actually two energies here. Okay, two male energies here. I do feel like the younger energy is the male in question. I do feel like the KF clubs is either going to be his same sex partner or is going to be the actual partner of the affair that Ryan had in Vegas. Now, the J of Hearts is a younger energy. This is a confident, flirtatious youth, very youth. This male is a Caucasian male. And I do feel like this man has some type of mixed background. If he's not fully like European, like British, French, whatever. This man is like white and Hispanic or white and Native American or something like that. But he is definitely a white male mixed with something else. If I had to describe this man, there's wavy, curly, loose curled hair, and light skin with a mole. Okay. Going into the four of clubs, and there's so much stuff that's coming up here as I'm going into this as well, too. This man was a fighter. Okay. This man was a fighter. The J of Hearts, he's a fighter. So I don't know, this man is linked to some type of boxing, some type of, he's known to fight people, like he has a history of fighting people, but he's definitely a fighter. Going into the four of clubs, this card is dealing with traveling for work, sleep alone, as I mentioned before. So this is definitely connecting me to, and it's a darker card, four of clubs. So this connected to the K of clubs. The K of clubs is a male energy, older. When it comes to the clubs, this is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And the King of clubs is actually a judge, a strong, firm man, right? He is a man who plays by the rules. He's also a dark man. So this shows that this man does not have a criminal past. And if he does have a criminal past, he's done criminal things, but has not been caught doing it. The person that's in question is the J of Hearts. As I said, he's a younger male. As Ryan was a younger male. Going into the hearts is the water sign male. And like I said, he definitely was connected with him. Now, with Ryan. Now, I want to go into unknown energy in this case. Like I said, it's just strange to me that the police or the deputy would know that he was attacked by smaller animals, but he did not call the ambulance. If Ryan was being attacked by younger, and I'm going to say this, Ryan is a very attractive male as well. Very attractive male, and this is an unfortunate situation. So we have the Ace of Clubs here, which is stating this consistently and do not be impatient. This is going into Ryan really not thinking things out. Ryan was actually being impatient. Ryan could have waited to even go to Vegas. But I do feel like this is also denoting that Ryan, was in a rush from Vegas, but he was rushing to get to LA. Not like he was running from Sun Vegas, but he was rushing to get to LA, and he could have waited just a little longer, especially going into him needing gas and his car breaking down because the police or the autopsy report said his friend wired him $60. And then a friend called him back and said the car broke down. It's a lot of suspicious stuff with all this. Going into the Nine of Diamonds, this is guarding your riches, securing your property and goods. Um, so this is just saying money. Also going into this Queen of Club energy. This is an older woman. Queen of Clubs, a teacher, hard work woman, guiding woman, a dark woman. This is a black female. I feel like this energy is connected to his mother. I don't know if his mother have a life insurance policy on him. I don't know if there's some type of lawsuit brewing with this. But this is definitely denoting something with the mother guarding monies that is pertaining to her son. There's something coming up with that. Let me see. I want to get into this. What is this Garden of Riches energy that's coming up? Because I do feel like this is his mother. Clubs, like I said, is fire energy. And if his mother is not a direct fire energy, she has it heavily in her chart. But I do feel like this is her mother, though. This is his mother. So yes, we have Queen of Hearts, Two of Diamonds, Four of Diamonds. So Four of Diamonds, horrors, bad passion, essential love, emotions for profit. Um, Two of Diamonds is a contract profit. Be careful what you spend. And then once again, we're going back into the money, guarding your riches on the stuff. Then we have the Queen of Hearts, which is a mother, a kind, loving, sensitive woman, a fair woman. This is a white woman. So what I'm feeling is that this woman energy is two. They have two different type of personalities. They have two different sides to them. Once again, they're still definitely guarding the riches and all that. Um, I'm just going to throw this out there. Usually, when this comes up as well, Garden of Riches and then emotions, sex for profit, this is speaking of prostitution. This is speaking of money involved, sexual energy, sex for exchange of money, a profitable contract. I do feel like this is connected to the woman. Of course, we know in the entertainment industry that there are, a lot of situations where there is sex in exchange for money, sugar baby, sugar daddy situations. We do know this, but I do feel like somehow some of this is connected to this woman's energy, this female energy. I'm not sure if this woman is sex for profit, with all due respect, or what. But there's a reason why this is coming up. It doesn't denote that there is a female friend there. It did say a friend. It didn't say a friend's name. I don't remember it saying it was male or female, but it's definitely something connected to that. Like I said, there's something coming up with the mother, seeking out money or getting money off of this. And if it is not there yet, it will resurface. It will come up. I do feel that. There's something with that though. Um, let's just wrap it up and see what energies. And of course, I do want to revisit some of these cases down the line, to see, you know, um, person, place, and things to see if we tapped in correctly or to see what has resurfaced since we done the reading. Okay. So I pulled 9 cards here. The first set of rows is going to be 3. It's going to be grounds that matter. So this is what's the most important right now. What has added up to all this? The middle or the center cards are the center cards are the what I call the pillar of mercy, the inner life, what is going on, influences, hearts of the matter, etc., etc., etc. Um, Going into the next card upward, which is the top row, where it's dealing with um, future, um, future matters with this. So first, we're going to go into the Ten of Spades. The Ten of Spades is going into a loss, death, sadness, grief, and a final end. So that we know that this young man is not going to be found. We know that this young man, or they found him, but there's no coming home. It's not going to be a good reunion. It's not going to be the mother or the family meets with him and he's going to be alive. So this is also stating that something is changing, something is ending old ways, and just a new start, a new fresh start. Going into the Eight of Diamonds and the Three of Spades, we're dealing with the Eight of Diamonds, a unexpected money, health, financial aid plan now. Okay, so I do feel like there was some monetary things going on here. One of the reasons why he left from Georgia to go to LA to stay with a friend, because we now read that in the autopsy report. But we do know there was some financial, things there, and it's just unfortunate that it ended the way it did. But it definitely was going to be a promising, situation for him. Going into the Three of Spades, this is bitter tears and depression. I do think that Ryan was definitely out of it. I do feel like there was some type of mental issue with this man emotionally. I do feel like he was tired of the way that his life was currently going, the people he was dealing with, his partner, family, and friends. I don't feel like he felt like he was completely accepted, respected, and loved fully. Okay. Going into the next row of cards, we have the Five of Spades, the Two of Clubs, and we have the J of Hearts. This energy comes up again, as I mentioned. The middle row of cards is dealing with the issues at hand. Okay. And we have the J of Hearts here. So I do feel like this was the love affair that, um, that he was seeking in Vegas. And I do feel like this is what led to his end. Now, the two other cards here, they're darker cards next to the J of Hearts. We have the Five of Spades, which is the brambles joining a crowd and watching your back. So this tells me that there was some type of, once again, I do feel like he was being followed. I do feel like there was some type of issue. There was a fight going on. I even think that going into the small animals attacking him story came from him being attacked. I do feel like there was little tiny marks and stuff on the body, and this is probably why the autopsy report included that he was being attacked by little small animals. I do feel like there was a fight, and I do feel like he was injured from this fight. And that's what this is. It's also crazy because the Five of Spades, also the cards I'm dealing with, have five different knives here. So there's five different punctures on his body outside of something with the skull, because that the sutures of the skull have been removed. Going into the Two of Clubs, this is a handshake, bringing work, trust, honest, and teamwork. So once again, I felt like this J of Heart man know exactly what happened with Ryan. Something with this male's name is a J. Um, I'm feeling like a Joshua. I'm thinking of something like this, but I feel like his name is spelled differently. So it's not like Joshua, but it's Joshini. It's something different. It's something with a J though along those lines. Like I said, there's so much stuff coming up right now. Whew. Going into the next row of cards, we have the Eight of Spades, the Three of Clubs, and the Ten of Diamonds. The Eight of Spades is dealing with drunkenness. This is dealing with addiction, bad habits, and alcoholism. Okay. This is dealing with future references. This is dealing with future energies, future persons. So we're going to even jump into the Three of Clubs. The Three of Clubs is the argument, stubbornness, quarrels, and watching your temper, right? Going in even into the Ten of Diamonds, this is going into a party, social gathering, illicit an affair. So what this is telling me, and I'm willing to even say this because, like I said, the top row of cards is usually future. All this is going into leading up to this because I asked, what is the unknown energy that's not being brought up? Drinking was going on. There was drugs being involved. I do feel like this J of Heart guy really does stand out. Who actually is from Vegas. I do feel this. I do feel like he still resides there. This man is also connected to something in the month of October. Okay. There was drunkenness, alcoholism. There was a fight. I really do feel like he got into a fight. He got into, a brawl with someone. He got injured, punctured. And I do feel like that ultimately led to his death. He was definitely followed, and I am going to say this, that this is connected to the J of Hearts man, as I said again. Once again, all things are alleged to have proven otherwise, but he definitely was attacked, and then, of course, left there. And then that's where the animals came in and attacked him. Coyotes, all this other good stuff. Now, I'm also, before tapping into this, I was going to go into, people removing body parts realistically, blah, 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 blah. But I don't feel that this is what happened to Ryan Singleton. I do not feel that. Going in even into Baker's, California, I do feel like this is a farmer's town, a farmer's city. I do feel like the majority of people that's going to be living there are connected to some type of farming. It is a rural town, and rural towns, that's where a lot of farmers tend to go and raise their family. I do not sense that these people in this town are bad. Once again, I do feel like he was followed. The Jeff Hart's man know exactly what happened to Ryan. He also starts with a J, Jaja, Jasu, Jachi, Jajash. If it is Joshua, it's spelled differently. It's not Joshua. It's a different way of spelling this name, but it definitely starts with a J and it has a Ja. Okay, Ja. Okay. And so that's pretty much it. Like I said, I want to try to keep my midnight metanoias very, short, and simple to the point. So that way I don't really, distract, you know, those who are trying to pay attention. So either way, thank you all for watching this episode of Midnight Metanoia, and I hope to definitely see you guys again on the next episode. I do believe that everything that comes to the light, or everything that's done in the dark, always comes to the light. And I hope that me doing these midnight mentors will bring light to these situations and bring about some type of change. There are a lot of secrecy, people not really talking, but I do feel like I've opened up and revealed information on this matter. Anyway, y'all, take care until the next time. Bye for now.